Hello everyone, and thank you so much for downloading this week's episode of the Hit the Wall podcast. Before we get into all the nonsense, I just thought I would jump on at the start of the episode to tell you about our Buy Me a Coffee page, where you can donate some money to us to help keep the podcast going. You can pay for the money goes towards things like improving the sound quality, making sure that we've got all the cables that we need. You know how we love a cable chat on this show. And to basically just help mostly entice Amy to keep doing it. If you give Amy some money, she'll do anything. So I've heard. So if you want to donate any money to us, then you can visit the website, which is buymeacoffee.com/hitthewall. That's buymeacoffee.com/hitthewall. The minimum you can donate is £5. So if you can send us a wee fiver, that would be fantastic. Even if you don't want to give us any money, it's absolutely fine. Please don't be forced to do so. These episodes are still going to come out weekly. They're still free of charge from all the podcast places, but the money that you do donate will help those little things that I mentioned before. So that's buymeacoffee.com/hitthewall. Thank you very much for your continued support, and please enjoy this week's episode. It's going to be a good one, I reckon. Bye.
Is that it starting?
Yeah, we've started.
You're starting it with a groan?
Yeah.
The Christmas one? Or the festive one?
No, this isn't the Christmas one. The next week's is the Christmas one. This is the week before.
If I started with a groan, you would be annoyed.
Yeah, but I would understand if you were in the same situation as me.
Which is?
Hungover as fuck.
Okay.
I've actually been not too, but it's been hitting me in waves today.
I was going to say, I keep forgetting you're hungover because you seem fine to me.
Yeah, like I woke up at 7. Well, I was woken up at 7 o'clock when I fell asleep on the couch by Riley coming down the stairs and asking for her advent calendar.
Yes. Why you didn't stay downstairs with her, I don't know.
Because I was hungover and
sent her back up to me to get up.
Yeah, and I went up to bed for like 3 hours. That was nice. And then we had a little festive day of fun. Creef Hydro.
It was great.
Quite decent, actually.
I enjoyed it. Would recommend.
If anyone's got tickets for Creef Hydro's Winter Wonderland, would highly recommend it. I like Creef Hydro as well. It's like a wee mini village, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the whole like pain from getting from the restaurant to the Ferris wheel, which was literally outside the restaurant, but you had to go up a lift, down a lift, round some stairs, round a corner, up a hill, down a lift again. I mean, it's a rabbit warren of a place. But
it is.
Worth it.
But it is worth it. And we seen Santa.
We did.
With two of the jolliest elves I've ever seen.
Very jolly.
What were they called again? Jingle and Bo or something?
Nah, I think they were called Rosie and something.
Jim. It wasn't Jim.
Rosie and Cookie, I think it was.
Was it? Yeah, one of them was definitely more into it than the other one. Like proper.
I think meant her kids, because that's true.
No, well, the kids, Blair was absolutely loving life. She was doing like baby yoga in front of them. And Riley was like clinging onto you like a koala bear. It was weird. It's like she just transformed as soon as the elves came out. She was all like looking forward to it and buzzing and chatting and singing and dancing, and then she just kind of froze. It was weird.
Very funny. First child and second child, so different.
And then what else did we do? Fed some reindeer.
We did. Some pregnant reindeer.
Pregnant reindeer, yeah.
They could have at least just called them Dasher and Dancer and Prancer the way. So they were called like Vivian and
Philomena and
aye.
Yeah.
The kids were like, "Where's Rudolph?"
Okay. Well, one of them had a green nose apparently because they eat so much moss that their nose was a bit green.
Okay.
And they're all pregnant. And then she was like, but Santa will need to take them back to get them ready for their Christmas Eve night. And I'm like, well, that's a bit shite for the pregnant reindeer to
I
have
know.
to fly.
I'm pulling all that weight.
Again.
Anyway, this is really boring chat.
It is. I'm just trying to get into it.
Would not recommend going on a big wheel with a baby and a toddler. Now, a big wheel, in the sense that you think is fine, like the enclosed capsule type ones that are everywhere now, but no. Creef had the old-fashioned, like, one that you get at the end of the grease. It's
London Eye, this was not.
No. Like one of the little metal seats that just swings and it's open air. I like the look of it, and I actually would have enjoyed it if I was on there myself, or even just me and Riley, I think would have been fine with.
Yeah.
But the fact I had a 1-year-old on with me, and it was just like a flimsy bit of seatbelt and a wee barrier.
There's a lot of like holes.
Yeah.
Like gaps.
And it was high and it was fast.
For a baby to fall through.
And as it was coming round the top, you couldn't see the bottom. And I was like, this isn't.
Because it went backwards as well. Did it?
Yeah,
It went backwards.
It was not. Would not recommend.
Yeah, I'm glad I stayed on the ground for that one. Apart from that, how are you?
Good, thank you. Better than you, I would assume.
Definitely better than. Although you had a few Baileys last night when you were wrapping your Christmas presents. You didn't do a podcast when you were wrapping presents, did you?
No.
It's just
I love wrapping presents. Like, I love the idea of wrapping presents. I enjoy wrapping them. I enjoy getting my wee Baileys and my movie on. But my body can't handle it because I'm like, my back is like 60.
Yeah.
So I feel broken when I do it.
Look, a wee table right behind you. It's great. I was enjoying it.
How would I sit on the table? Where would I put it?
The table just there, it just goes behind the couch.
Yeah, but where would I... What, did you stand?
No, there's chairs in the kitchen.
No, I can't sit on a chair and wrap.
Can you not?
Nah. No.
You're more of a croucher.
So I didn't want to do a podcast during it because I would be like,
Yeah. And you would do that.
and such like.
and such like, and other sounds. Not with it. I just want this over with, actually.
Right, well, let's not do it then because you're just being miserable.
No, I want to do it. We've started it.
Okay.
You know what I'm really into now? Weird. Is watching on YouTube like old 90s Christmas adverts. That's like my go-to thing now. I watched a Christmas walk around of New York as well. Somebody filmed.
Yeah, you watched that for ages.
It was
Weird.
great. It's so peaceful just watching somebody filming themselves walking around New York. In fact, I don't even think it was Christmas. I think it was just a winter's day and it was just snowing. Really, really nice and relaxing.
Yeah, it was odd.
Yeah.
You watched it for absolutely ages.
You're texting as well while we're podcasting.
Yes, but I'm still more enthusiastic than you.
What's your favourite Christmas advert growing up? The advert that came on when you knew it was Christmas.
You know my answer to this.
There has to be just that one, eh?
You know my answer to this.
Yeah. There's a magical place.
No. That was on all the time. That wasn't just Christmas. Was it?
I think it was just at Christmas. The Toys R Us advert. Is it the Iron Brew Snowman?
Oh no, I did love that though when it started. That was amazing. But no, it's holidays are coming.
Oh, of course it is.
Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming.
I've not seen that advert yet.
Coming. It's because we don't watch TV. We watch Netflix and bloody Disney Plus.
Oh yeah,
back to back.
Yeah.
Don't watch anything with adverts.
What's Shanty Now the Grinch?
Holidays are coming. Holidays
How many times have we watched the Grinch?
It's the season. It's always the real thing. Never drink full fat cola, but it makes me want it.
It does actually.
Also, like this time of year, I'll eat anything that has Santa on it. Santa bread.
Yep.
Santa juice. Santa milk.
Yep.
Like, I'm buying it.
Aye. I'm exactly the same. Like Warburton's. I have to buy Warburton's with
Because it's got Santa on it.
Santa and the snowman and stuff. I even bought snowman toilet paper last week or 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Yep.
Yes, I did enjoy that, except when I had a slight issue.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we'll not discuss the fact that we know what toilet paper's for. No one's looking at that, right? But I did have a nosebleed and used the snowman toilet paper to wipe it up. And it absolutely looked like a snowman massacre.
Like a massacre.
And I felt bad for him. So there are issues around these things.
There are.
Poor little snowman.
But yeah. Toys R Us advert, or whenever I sort of know that Christmas is coming, is when I see the Iron Brew Snowman. I think everybody in Scotland has the same answer to that one. It's definitely the Snowman advert.
Yeah,
although I think
I remember when that first came out. Like, I remember being like, "This is amazing!
Yeah,
I can't believe Iron Brew got the rights to it."
Yeah.
Like, but then
what they've done is
it's a bit like
they
much now.
They should have just kept the original advert. Then they had like little add-ons and things like that. The story of
then they played it. There was too much. It was like
And then Santa got involved in it as well. Sorry, I'm drinking tea at the same time. And you're seem to be texting a novel to someone.
Because you keep talking to me, so I can't.
Aye, because we're doing a podcast.
Well, I'm still engaging.
Okay,
People are having life dramas. I need to be there for them.
Are they?
Yes.
Do you want to talk about it on
No.
Okay. Right, one of the things that we were going to talk about last week that we completely forgot about was our Christmas night out that we had.
Oh my God, we need to talk about this.
Where it was...
Actually, I was watching the Gavin and Stacey's Christmas special the other day, and they were singing this song that you're going to talk about, and I was like, I've never even realised that that's like how jovial they are singing that particular song. But I'll not steal the story from you. I'll let you.
So we went to Bathgate Golf Club, as I mentioned in the Christmas wrapping bonus episode, and the meal was fine. Not talking Bathgate Golf Club down because it's a really, really nice place.
Yeah, it was alright.
But it wasn't the best Christmas dinner.
Nah, I liked the haggis. I had haggis to start. It was very nice.
There was no pigs in blankets.
Yeah, there was.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah, there was.
There was something that wasn't on the plate that...
Stuffing. No, there was stuffing. There was. You thought there wasn't stuffing, but it was. It was just like in the middle of the
stuffing,
turkey.
That was it.
And there was.
But it was okay. And then the DJ came out. And the DJ was definitely one of those who is himself into like really like odd, it's like 80s music that nobody's ever heard of. I think he's definitely
it was bizarre. It was even just like the changing of music. It was going for like the most random 2000s club hits that I've not heard for years, like Paris to Berlin and that.
Can't even handle me right now.
Like good songs, but like who's playing them? Aye. And then the next song would be like Country Roads, and then he'd go back to like something for last week.
There was no flow. There was no flow. But he decided to play a game to get at the very start of the night to get everybody involved. So I would say most of the crowd got up on the dance floor at the very start. Probably all of us, actually.
Yes, aye, everyone.
There was some accountants
more or less
at the back that weren't keen, but they eventually got talked into going on a account payable people or something like that.
Yeah.
And
no, they were. Was it not like ergonomics? Oh, it was something really boring. Aye.
Obviously, no offence if you work in that department. But it was a Christmas number one game, and the game was he was going to play a song, and if you thought the song was Christmas number one, you put your hand on your head.
Yes.
If you didn't think it was Christmas number one, put your hands on your bum.
It was very good because it was like...
It was a great idea.
Aye, everybody was buzzing for it. It was right at the start of the night, so it was like, this is going to get everybody like mingling and
so then you would
competitive.
You would think that he would start with something quite obvious like Band-Aid.
Yes.
Or something that you know that's definitely not been Christmas number one, like Last Christmas, things like that.
Even like... If you want to be a bit extra, like Rage Against the Machine, like everyone knows that was Christmas number one.
Or an X Factor song, something like that. But he decided to start with some random 80s song, and then I would say about 95% of the audience put their hands on their bums to indicate that it wasn't a Christmas number one, and it turns out it was. So
and it literally just...
It went from about 120 people to like 5 people that were left.
It was ridiculous. And then everyone was just like, oh, well, that was that then. And they said, that was us for the first game of the night. Never had another game the next night.
Never had another game, yeah. Probably because it was along the similar lines.
Aye.
Maybe realised it was shit.
Very odd.
And then at the last song. Now, Shane McGowan had just died.
Yep.
Like that week. And it's always a shoe, and I would always say, I mean, apart from the Radio Grapevine Christmas night out that we went on 2012, I'm going to say, possibly. It was at the Kane Park Hotel. And the very last song of that Christmas night out was Nicki Minaj.
Okay, I don't remember that. You obviously have trauma from these things.
I do have trauma from these things because it's terrible. But
the thing is with this, right, this DJ was so bad all night. And you kept saying, but he's going to play the Pogues to finish. obviously, and you kept saying it. You were so hard set on it. I was like, I don't think he is.
I was ready to belt it out. Like I was.
I know,
100%.
but I just didn't think it was.
I was ready to
like,
cry. R.I.P. Shane McGowan. By the way, he was 65.
He looked an absolute mess.
He looked about 95. Poor guy. So yeah. Anyway, the last song. I'm all buzzing for it. I'm ready.
You're adamant.
And we just had our lovely 3-course meal.
Yeah, so the night out itself cost like £40 a head. I think, yeah, you've definitely... Sorry, I'm pretty... Talking to the microphone.
And they ended it.
So we've had shots, we've had cocktails, we've had, like, God knows how much has been spent in that room on that night by everyone.
Band-Aid.
Feed the world.
Feed the world. I was dancing to it very happily, but ironically.
Oh my God. You actually made me feel... I probably wouldn't have thought too much about it until you were going on about it, and it made me feel cringe.
I was overemphasising the words to make it look...
You're stuffed up to the eyeballs.
How ridiculous it was. Unbelievable. I think I've got a new favourite version of Fairy Tale in New York. You've seen the video of the funeral, Shane McGowan's funeral.
Yes.
And the guy who sings it, and the lassie. I think that's a brilliant... I loved watching that. I've genuinely watched that about 5 or 6 times.
Loved watching that funeral. It was banging, mate.
It sounds like a really weird sentence, but I genuinely enjoyed that. That whole thing.
Me and a friend have discussed going into business with disco funerals. Going into the business of disco funerals, because funerals are good. Like, obviously they're bad, but they're also good. Like, after it, when you get a wee bit steaming and you meet all your family that you've not met for ages, and then like everyone reminisces, like, ready for a wee bit party tunes, Ken? Ready for party tunes? I think there's something to be said there, and I would like a funeral like his.
Yeah, but at the end we're all dancing and singing and being happy.
No, I want Johnny Depp there.
We can make that happen.
That was so bizarre, right? I don't want Johnny Depp there, he's a weirdo. But, like, where was I? I think I was at work. So I was just watching it, like, on a screen with no subtitles and no sound.
Yeah.
And Johnny Depp was there. I was like, meh.
Like, what's the connection? I mean, obviously they've been pals at some point.
Apparently he was like his best man or something. One of them was each other's best man. Aye, apparently so. Apparently, I think it was Johnny Depp was Shane McGowan's best man.
Bizarre.
Very odd, but
yeah,
fair play.
If you've not seen the video of Shane McGowan's funeral when they sing Fairy Tale in New York and the family all dancing at the end and stuff, it's phenomenal. Definitely go on YouTube and check that out.
Yeah, right. Good for them.
I'm going to do a little break because we are running short on battery on the Mac, so we're going to take a wee 10 minute break.
That's a poor setup.
It is. It's because I've not got enough ports left. But we'll come back in a second. Then we'll talk about running. We'll talk about running because it's a running podcast, and I've got.
How about ice skating running?
We could do ice skating as well.
Okay.
Couldn't see over the rim of them. We're recording again.
Okay.
Welcome back. We've had to jiggle a few things about. You don't need to know about it. It's boring.
But I have a new accessory.
Yeah. What? The things on your face?
Yes.
Yes. Lovely festive Elton John glasses.
Are they Elton John like? They actually stay on very well.
They're
Christmas cracker
circular
glasses.
Ah.
See?
Can you pull them apart for us?
No, because they won't work.
We're sharing a microphone now, so it might sound a little bit weird, but see how this
What's
goes.
new?
What's new? Right, so we were talking before about Fairy Tale New York and all that, and now we're moving on to
running.
The main reason why we do this podcast. It's the running section. So I done.
This is the main reason, though.
It's meant to be the main reason. So I completed my first 5K. Completed it, mate.
Woo! Congratulations.
Do you want some stats?
No. Yes, again.
Nobody wants the stats, but I'm going to give you them anyway.
Listen, dear listener, if you're about to switch off because of the stats, just know that I am too. Good night.
I'm doing it anyway. Right, so I've done... Oh, I need to actually find it.
And then we've got his stats ready for us.
Oh, they're here. So 3.11 miles I ran. I was aiming for 40 minutes. I would have been quite happy at 40 minutes. Huh?
I thought you were Stuart.
See when I said bring the banter? I meant good banter.
I love good banter.
Yeah. So 3.11 miles. I ran it in 37 minutes and 20 seconds.
Quite shite.
It is quite shite. It is shite. It is. It actually is very. It's
I didn't
quite
mean
bad.
that.
Oh, but it is though.
Bants.
Huh?
It's bants.
Just bants.
It's good though. It's better. Like, in how long did you say?
37 minutes 20 seconds.
For 3.5 miles. Just
3
over 3 miles.
3.11 miles. Yeah.
I would run that in never. So.
True.
Better than me.
True. So 353 calories burned. I'm feeling it, mate. These boobies are going away.
Can I just say something about calories? Because I don't really understand them, right? I am a fortunate soul who can pretty much eat whatever.
Yep.
I know this. People hate me for it. I can't help it, right? I don't have a great diet, but I'm lucky, right?
Yep.
So I don't really understand calories. What appears to be like food, things that have like 100 calories, like you'll get something advertised as only 100 calories, right? So that's like good. But then you run 3 miles and you only burn 300, so that's only like 3 yogurts or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's shite.
3 healthy yogurts, that.
And then I just
3 packets of squares, they're only 95 calories.
I drank like 2 pints on yesterday, and that was them. That was them back.
Fuming, mate.
Okay, absolutely fuming.
Calories are shite. Let's not go with that.
So yeah, 353 calories burned, and my cadence was 160, just in case you wanted to know that.
Not this cadence thing again.
But that's really it. That's the only stats I'm going to give you for that, because that's the only ones that people are interested in. So I'm going to be faster. I'm going to get faster, but it's just going to take some time. And I've got a 15-minute run tomorrow as a recovery run.
That's a short one.
Although I've also been ice skating today.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
It was Riley's wee face, because I don't think she expected me to be good at ice skating. Going by her face. And the fact that she kept, because she was sitting on a wee swan thing and I was pushing her around, and she kept saying, "My daddy goes really fast on the ice."
Oh. Good job she never saw my mummy on the ice. She'd be heavily disappointed. My mummy clings to the side and cries.
On the ice.
On the ice.
So that was fun, but because we were going anti-clockwise round it, my right leg is quite sore. It was putting a lot of pressure on my right leg.
Was it hard to push the thing and skate?
Yeah, I'd rather have not pushed the whatever it was, seal thing, because I also had to bend down to push it as well.
Oh.
As well. So yeah, I've got 13 weeks to go, because I'm doing the half marathon program on the Night Run Club. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. The people who talk on the runs on the Night Run Club. So you've got a choice. You can either have a guided run, which is somebody talking to you pretty much throughout the whole run, which is quite annoying, or a non-guided run, right? If you do a non-guided run, then they don't tell you when you should be running and then stopping, then running and stopping, which is a bit pointless. So you have to do the guided run, but they talk to you doing the whole thing. And I like listening to music, right? But they've got these, and no offence if we've got any people across the pond listening to this, but they've got Californian guys doing the guided runs, and they're all aspiring motivational speakers. It's so annoying. Like, there was one when I was doing the run for a minute, walk for 2, run for a minute, walk for 2 last week or something like that. I had to do that 8 times, and I got to the 4th time of doing it, and he says, it was along the lines of, you know how many you've got left. Then you had 8 to start with, and you're halfway through. How many does that mean you have left?
Oh my God.
How many does that mean? And he repeated that, and he says, "That's right, 1." I was like, huh? And then he says, When you're running, it's always about the next one. You don't worry about the ones after.
For God's sake, I would want to punch him in the face.
I did actually say "fuck off, mate" out loud.
Bring back
Sanjeev.
Sanjeev.
Absolutely.
Ramesh, it's Sanjeev.
He would just come in with a wee bit of motivation and just be like, "Just keep going, mate. You're doing really well." and then that would be it. But yeah, I'm not liking the motivational guys on the Nike Run Club app. But it's a free app. The other running apps are like
maybe people could recommend
20 quid.
Something in the middle.
Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, I might try another non-guided run just to see if it just gives me like a wee buzz or something when I've got to slow down or.
I mean, maybe you should try a paid one. Like, can do a free trial, see if you like it.
I have done a paid one. When I ran before.
But you're running a marathon, you probably need something that's going to work for you.
Yeah. Now I've run out all my free trials and stuff, so now it's like 15 quid.
Question about running shoes then, that we might not know. I think you shouldn't get new running shoes for a marathon.
I don't think so, no. Not for the first run. You have to have them for at least, I would say, 2 or 3 months to get your feet used to them and break them in. Yeah.
People could recommend that to you as well.
What, running trainers?
Yeah, and how long you should use them for before.
I'm happy to take anybody's tips and advice.
This is a non-story because I don't know the full story, but I'm sure someone from my work used to go to say something about running trainers, and it was like a shop. I don't know if it was in Edinburgh that where you went and they like obviously expensive ones, but they actually properly fitted your feet for them and all that, and maybe that's something you should look at. Definitely,
I think I should, 100%. Just realised this is making quite a big racket as well. Really not having a good time with this. Right, we're back again. Sorry about that. The MacBook is making an absolute racket, and it was right next to the microphone. So if that sounded really bad, that wee section, then apologies. We're back to normal.
People are going to stop listening to us.
They are, but actually, people
are not stopping.
People are definitely not stopping listening to us because we side note. Last week, before last week's episode, we had just under 700 downloads, and obviously, as everybody knows who's listened, I'm trying to get to 1,000 before the end of the year. We're now at 950.
Oft, nearly there.
950 now, as of recording.
I think we'll smash it.
We will. Well, we'll get our usual for this week, for this week's episode. Then we've still got the Christmas special as well next week, and then I think we've got one more before the year's out. So
I have an idea.
Thank you so much to everybody, especially to people who have been sharing it. Was it somebody that you work with?
Yeah.
Diane shared it on Facebook. That seems to have got a few people downloading.
She must be a popular woman.
Must be. People must be.
She's got some followers. Maybe she's like an influencer.
Maybe she is. Is she part of the what was that band? What's that group called? The one that you were talking about last week, not DSS, the other one. The one that Jeff likes.
Oh no.
No, she's not a member of that.
The Rhythmic State.
Rhythmic State. Diane know in Rhythmic State, no. She know the.
Sober up.
She know the. What's that thing? What's the strobe light person?
Nah.
Alright. Strobe light person.
You just need to stop talking.
Yeah. What were you saying about chicken thighs? You started going on about chicken thighs when we weren't recording, and I was like, can you stop talking about chicken thighs and talk about it on the podcast because it might be pod-worthy?
I just said that I think we should invest more in chicken thighs. So.
What do you mean invest more in? As in just buy chicken thighs?
Aye, as opposed to breast.
Aye. I see. I think they're not a bit fattier, chicken thighs.
They're more flavoursome, and I think they're sometimes a bit of a funny colour.
Yeah, I think that's what puts me off them.
Right, but I'm going to make a sweeping statement.
You're
Next
going to
time
buy
I
more
go to
chicken
Nando's,
thighs.
I'm getting chicken thighs, and if I did, I'm going to buy them for the house.
Whose thighs? Wow.
Whose thighs?
I'm buzzing.
So
New year, new chicken.
You never know. You're not a fan of the wings. I like wings.
Oh, nah. Have we talked about this before?
Probably. But someone
Chicken wings are the worst.
talking, they said that they went to Nando's and they always get the thighs because they're not bony like the wings, so you get plenty of chicken, but they're not dry like your butterfly, which is the double breast that you get.
I do love the butterfly chicken. I don't think I could change from that.
This is the fear though, isn't it? When you go somewhere and you always get something like Nando's, I don't even need to ask you, you're getting butterfly chicken, extra hot, sometimes just hot, peri peri chips, and corn on the cob. And I'm getting 5 wings, medium, peri peri chips, and garlic bread.
I think what we should do is, the next time we go to Nando's, I'll get my usual, you get the chicken thigh, and then I'll try a bit of your chicken thigh.
Oh, so brave. But it's the
like
fear of not liking something like when you've got your go-to thing.
Yeah.
But we just need to branch out.
I've tried thighs before, but I think what you said about...
You're not a thigh guy.
I'm not a thigh
You're a breast guy.
I'm definitely more of a breast guy when it comes to my chicken.
Comes to your chicken.
Because chicks like female. What was I saying? Yeah, I think it's definitely the colour that puts me off, because it's a bit more grey.
Yeah, but they're like juicy and more... Yeah,
Juicy.
I think we're going to go with it. We're going to try it.
Juicy
We're going to
thigh.
invest in the chicken thighs. We'll come back to you on that, how it goes.
Yes, well, it could be a weekly update.
Don't say we're not adventurous.
could be the new Am I the Arsehole section.
Also, sometimes you go in Tesco, there's no chicken breast left. Plenty of thighs. Nobody's wanting the thighs, are they?
Are the thighs cheaper?
I don't again, I've never got the thighs.
No. Can we stop saying thighs now? What did I see in the news about the royal family?
Oh, the jacket.
This is the last thing I wanted to talk about.
The jacket.
The fucking jacket. So, I am... What was that? What did you do?
Sorry, I was cutting my nails earlier and I think there was a stray nail in my jumper, and when I've moved my arm there above my head, it just like whacked me in the face.
I thought you'd made yourself laugh and there was a wee bit of snotter coming out there or something.
Yeah, gross. Anyway.
It's happened before though. Yeah, so I am on X, formerly known as Twitter. I hate when I say that.
I do hate when you say
It's just all the news outlets say that.
Yeah.
And somebody put a tweet up, they're not called tweets anymore, whatever, but somebody put a tweet up. It is a Daily Express journalist in quotation marks, and it was a picture of Kate, William and the 3 kids, or 2 of the kids, and the tweet was, unconfirmed, Princess Charlotte seems to be wearing the same jacket as last year's...
We didn't call it a jacket. We called it like
coat.
an overcoat or something.
As the same overcoat as last year. And that got me raging, as everything with the more... I mean, if you like the royal family, fair enough. There's a point I'm about to make in a second that'll support that. But the fact that the tweet was like unconfirmed, as if she's waiting by her phone, waiting for the real hot scoop. I've not actually checked up. I've not actually followed it up to see if it was actually the jacket, the same jacket as last year. But
I'll tell you something for free that is confirmed. I've worn the same jacket for the last 3 years.
Same here.
I've got 5 or 6 jackets, but I've owned them all for a while.
You fucking show off. We do have too many coats on that.
That's a different thing.
That's
moving on.
Yeah, that's admin, house admin. But I think I've come to a bit of a conclusion, and I think it's okay to like the royal family. If you support the royal family, I kind of get it, because it's the same with football. You're supporting a institution with more money than sense, who don't really know who you are, and whenever something bad happens to your team or the royal family, you get sad. And when good things happen, you celebrate. You gather in large congregations, and you celebrate happiness. So,
see, I don't
think that's really grown up of me.
Yeah, it's a good analogy, but I'm unoffended by the royals. I'm unbothered by them. I'm not a royalist. I don't really care what they do, but like, I'll watch stuff about them. It's not them though. They don't annoy me. It's the journalists that feel the need to say, oh my god, Princess Charlotte's wearing the same jacket twice.
Yeah.
It's people like that make them annoying.
Camping outside the hospital when they're trying to have a baby and then expecting them to be like
can you
immaculate.
Imagine?
I mean, it must be a hard life.
It's not.
They've obviously got
life.
all the money in the world, but
it's not a life I would choose.
No.
It's just if our boy came knocking.
But I thought that was quite grown up of me.
No, you're very mature these days. Congratulations.
Do you have an eye the arsehole or any irks or anything like that? There's nothing really, is there?
No, I don't think so.
No. Well, I think that's actually been half an hour. So, is there anything else you want to bring up?
No, I'll bring up some more culinary suggestions for next week.
Yes, join us next week for part 2 of Chicken
I
Thighs.
did have an idea though, because we quite enjoy the Big Fat Quiz of the Year. Other quizzes are available.
Yes.
Which is the Channel 4 thing where they give you the other channels are available.
Mm-hmm.
And they give you like questions on stuff that's happened all year.
Uh-huh.
So I thought,
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't really listen back to the podcast, so that's nothing bad. It's just that I hate listening to myself talking, believe it or not.
Yeah,
But
I don't like it either, but I always have to sort of listen back to it a few times just to...
I don't listen back to the radio. When I was on radio, I didn't listen back to it. Even at work, sometimes I have to listen back to myself, and I don't enjoy it. Anyway, I thought I could do a bit of listening back for a one-off special occasion.
Ooh.
For a New Year one.
Okay.
And quiz you on the Big Fat Podcast Quiz of the Year.
Think of a more snappier title, but
snappier title that's not stolen straight under Channel 4's nose.
Yeah.
And question you on things that have happened on this podcast since it started.
Good luck finding 5 questions. I'm joking. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm up for that. Next week, just so you know, the podcast is not going to come out on Friday, the 22nd, because we're going to record the Christmas show on the 22nd, because that's really the only time next week before Christmas and everything happens that we can sit down and do a record, and it might be a video one.
Man, I'll bring these glasses.
Yeah, definitely wear those glasses. So that's the plan for next week.
Okay.
Yes. Remember to send any questions, suggestions, comments, anything you've got to ask us or anything. You can email us hitthewallpod@gmail.com, or you can DM us on Instagram. DM us on Instagram, which is @hitthewallpod. We are at 950 downloads. It would be lovely if we could get to 1,000 before Christmas, even. It's quite possible. But obviously the aim is to get to the 1,000 before the end of the year. That would be great. So please do like, subscribe, share, download the podcast, leave us a wee 5-star reviews if you listen on Apple. If you listen on Spotify, leave us a 5-star review. Anywhere else you listen to your podcasts, leave us a wee review and people will see it and they might want to listen to it.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Amy.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.